History is littered with the corpses of those who showed mercy to their enemies. We like to believe in forgiveness. We are taught kindness is a virtue. Yet, in the ruthless arena of power, such sentiments can be a grave mistake. A vanquished enemy, no matter how subdued they appear, still simmers with resentment. Like a serpent biding its time, they yearn for the moment to strike back. To leave an enemy standing is to invite future peril. It is a gamble that rarely pays off. It is a testament to the naivete of those who misunderstand the true nature of power. In the realm of power, there is no room for half measures. This is the stark reality articulated in Law 15 of the 48 Laws of Power. Crush your enemy totally. This law, though harsh, is rooted in a pragmatic understanding of human nature. Your enemies will not hesitate to seize any opportunity to undermine you. They will exploit any weakness you reveal. To ensure your safety and continued dominance, you must leave no room for doubt. Your victory must be absolute and your enemy's defeat total. Only then can you truly secure your position and deter future threats. The annals of history are replete with cautionary tales of leaders who faltered by failing to fully vanquish their adversaries. Consider the Roman general, Scipio Africanus, who, despite his victory over Hannibal, allowed his nemesis to live. Hannibal, consumed by vengeance, later conspired with Rome's enemies, nearly bringing the Republic to its knees. In the cutthroat world of business, the same principle applies. Companies that fail to fully capitalize on their victories often find themselves vulnerable to resurgent competitors. The lesson is clear. Incomplete victories are not victories at all. They are invitations to future conflict. Law 15, however, is not a license for wanton cruelty. It is a principle that demands a delicate balance, a razor's edge that must be walked with precision and care. The essence of this law lies in its strategic application, not in the blind exercise of power. It is a strategic principle to be applied judiciously. In the world of power dynamics, every move must be calculated, every decision weighed. The art of strategy is not just about winning battles, but about winning wars, both literal and metaphorical. There are times when showing mercy can be a strategic advantage, a move that can turn the tide in your favor. Mercy can disarm your enemies, make them question their own motives, and even win over their loyalty. It is a tool that, when used correctly, can be more powerful than any weapon, particularly when it serves to humiliate an opponent, breaking their spirit without shedding a drop of blood. This form of psychological warfare can be devastating, leaving your adversaries in a state of confusion and doubt, or win over their followers. The masses are often swayed by acts of mercy, seeing them as signs of strength rather than weakness. A leader who can show mercy at the right moment can inspire loyalty and admiration, turning potential enemies into allies. The key is to understand the difference between genuine mercy and weakness. Genuine mercy is a calculated move, a decision made with the full understanding of its implications. Weakness, on the other hand, is a lack of resolve, a failure to act when action is needed. Mercy, when employed strategically, is a tool to further your own power. It is a means to an end, a way to achieve your goals without unnecessary conflict. It is not about forgiveness or compassion, but about control and influence. It is not about forgiveness or compassion. These are emotions that have no place in the cold, calculating world of power. Instead, mercy is a tactic, a move on the chessboard of life that can lead to victory. It is about calculation and control. Every act of mercy must be weighed against its potential benefits and risks. It is a decision that requires a clear mind and a steady hand, free from the distractions of emotion. The decision of whether to crush or to spare must be made with a cold, calculating mind, one that can see beyond the immediate consequences to the long-term effects. It is a decision that can shape the course of history, for better or for worse, weighing the potential benefits and risks of each course of action. In the end, The true measure of power is not in the ability to destroy, but in the ability to control. And sometimes, the greatest control can be found in an act of mercy. Section 5. The Fall of the Giant. Nokia versus Apple. This is a tale of how a titan of the mobile phone industry fell from grace and how a newcomer seized the throne. The tech industry provides a stark illustration of Law 15 in action. This law states that success can breed complacency, and complacency can lead to downfall. In the early 2000s, Nokia reigned supreme in the mobile phone market. Their devices were ubiquitous, and their brand was synonymous with reliability and innovation. They were the undisputed leader, holding a commanding market share and setting the industry standard. Their phones were in the hands of millions, and their profits soared. Then, in 2007, Apple launched the iPhone. This was not just another phone. It was a game changer, a device that would redefine what a mobile phone could be. It was a revolutionary device, but Nokia, blinded by their past success, failed to recognize the threat. They were confident in their position and saw no reason to change their strategy. They dismissed the iPhone as a niche product, a toy for the wealthy. They believed that their existing products were more than sufficient to maintain their market dominance. They believed their dominance was unassailable. They were wrong. The market was changing, and Nokia was not prepared to adapt. Apple, with their innovative product and aggressive marketing, chipped away at Nokia's market share. The iPhone's sleek design, intuitive interface, and powerful capabilities captured the imagination of consumers worldwide. By the time Nokia realized the gravity of the threat, it was too late. Their once loyal customers were flocking to Apple, drawn by the allure of the iPhone and its ecosystem of apps and services. They had lost their momentum, their customers, and ultimately, their dominance. The fall of Nokia serves as a powerful reminder that in the fast-paced world of technology, resting on your laurels can be a fatal mistake. Innovation and adaptability are key to survival and success. Section 6. Total annihilation or strategic clemency. The question then arises, should companies, or individuals for that matter, always strive to destroy their enemies? Is there no room for coexistence, for finding a way to neutralize a threat without resorting to total annihilation? The answer, as with most things in life, is not so simple. There are instances where crushing an enemy might be counterproductive, creating unnecessary enemies, or fostering resentment that could fuel future conflicts. In such cases, a more nuanced approach might be required, one that neutralizes the threat without resorting to complete destruction. Section 7. The Price of Mercy. In the intricate dance of power, mercy is a double-edged sword. It can be a tool of great influence or a harbinger of unforeseen consequences. However, any decision to show leniency must be made with eyes wide open. The act of mercy is not just a simple gesture, it is a calculated move that requires deep understanding and foresight. Mercy, while potentially advantageous, comes with its own set of risks. It can create alliances, but it can also breed contempt and hidden agendas. The scales of justice are delicate, and a single act of leniency can tip the balance in unexpected ways. A wounded enemy, even if seemingly defeated, can still harbor resentment, plotting their revenge. History is replete with tales of those who, spared by their conquerors, later rose to challenge them anew. The seeds of mercy can sometimes grow into the thorns of betrayal. The key is to understand that power is not a static concept. It is ever-changing, like a river that carves its path through the landscape, altering its course with time. Those who wield power must remain vigilant, always aware of the shifting currents. It is fluid, constantly shifting, and those who fail to adapt to its ebb and flow will inevitably be swept aside. Just as surfers ride the waves, those in power must learn to navigate the tides of change, balancing strength with flexibility. Whether you choose to crush your enemies or find a way to coexist, the most important factor is to do so with a clear understanding of the dynamics of power. In the realm of power, every action has a reaction, and every decision carries weight. To show mercy is to gamble with the future, but with wisdom and insight, it can be a gamble that pays off in ways unimaginable. Section 8. A glimpse into the next law. The question of how to deal with enemies is complex, with no easy answers. Yet understanding the principles behind Law 15 provides a valuable framework for navigating the treacherous waters of power. But what about those who were once allies? Those who have betrayed your trust? That, my friends, is a subject for another time, another law. Lesson? Never leave an enemy half defeated. Either finish the battle or prepare for their revenge. But wait, do you always have to be this ruthless? What if there's a way to win without destroying your enemy? That's where Law 21 comes in. And that's what we'll cover in the next video. Subscribe to Siddhi Shri for more power-packed wisdom.